We've all felt the sudden arrival of a solution that seems to drop into the mind fully formed. In that second, a complex thought exists where a moment ago there was nothing. But we rarely stop to ask where that nothing actually is. Modern society operates on the assumption of ex nihilo, the belief that ideas are created out of nothing. We treat the human brain as the absolute starting point of every new concept. This view frames creativity as a spontaneous, isolated event. If an idea has no origin outside the mind, then genius becomes a mystery we can't map, an unpredictable flash rather than a process we can intentionally engage with. Historically, this void was filled by the ether. For centuries, ancient cultures viewed it as the fifth element, a subtle, ubiquitous substance that occupied the space between all things. By the late 1800s, physical science discarded the ether as a mechanical explanation for how light travels. However, esoteric traditions maintained that the ether is an invisible matrix, the underlying field where all matter and energy begin. This suggests a different way to look at creativity. It isn't the act of making something out of a vacuum. It is the mechanical process of drawing a blueprint down from this unseen field. In this esoteric model, the ether is a zero-point energy field, where every conceptual possibility exists as a vibration. The mind acts as a receiving antenna, picking up a signal from this infinite reservoir, shaping its chaotic energy into an initial mental blueprint. But a mental map has no weight. To cross from the mind into the material world, this blueprint requires a bridge, a physical mechanism to pull it all the way down to the ground. Crossing this gap is the most difficult part of the process. We must figure out how a weightless thought can interact with and reshape dense physical matter. This is where the human body becomes more than a biological machine. It serves as a biological archive, a body of knowledge. When you learn a skill, you are physically encoding information into your nervous system and muscles. This stored expertise allows the body to act as a transformer, much like a device that steps down high-voltage electricity for a home. Your skills take the high-potential energy of a thought and step it down into the precise physical force needed to move a chisel. This structure is the staircase, a specific bridge built over years of practice. The blueprint travels down, converted piece by piece through physical proficiency into tangible action. Finally, reaching manifested reality, it becomes a concrete entity for others to see, touch, and use. Without the transformer of the physical body, the blueprint is stuck. The idea remains a ghost in the matrix, never gaining the weight it needs to exist on the ground. We can move away from the belief that we create out of nothing. By understanding the mechanics of the ether, we see that creation is an act of translation. This changes your role in the process. You are not a passive observer waiting for luck. You are a conduit, an active participant in the universe's move from potential to form. The invisible and visible worlds only meet because of this mechanical effort. You are the point of contact where the infinite potential of the ether is tethered to the reality of matter. Every time you practice your craft or study a discipline, you are physically constructing that energetic staircase. You are building the capacity to handle more complex blueprints. Human ability is the final, essential ingredient in this cosmology. Your specific body of knowledge provides the only way for the universe's infinite potential to finally touch the ground.